Yeah. Oh, I already opened my beer.
I already opened mine too.
Right on. Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 45 for March 9th, 2021. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. First, some business here. Thank you to our Patreon supporter, Jason Schaefer. Thank you so much for being on the cleanup hitter level. And our power hitter level is Cowboy Jack Durango. Hopefully, he's in the comments watching us. I do not see him, but I know that he'll make a raucous entrance along with Kevin Lyon, who's also on assignment and running a little bit late. If you would like to be a Patreon supporter and support the Beer Baseball blog, check us out at Beer Baseball on patreon.com. As always, we have our Etsy store where we have a lot of little beer baseball gadgets and gadgets. No, they're not gadgets. They're just little trinkets and beer coasters, magnets, pins, and stuff like that. It helps us out. And also, I wanted to also make mention that we have if you look in the comments of YouTube, you can actually find Amazon. If you click through to Amazon, that also supports us as well. Wanted to give a quick happy birthday to Daniel Garcia of Halo Haven. Cheers to you, my friend. Happy birthday wherever you are. I think Halo Haven is doing a simultaneous broadcast right now. As I was saying, I got a notice that they're also doing a broadcast. So check them out at Halo Haven. Great friends of the show. But let's get to the lineup card for today. As we said before, Kevin Lyon, the field correspondent and senior research analyst, is running a little bit late. Well, he'll be back here very soon. But we do have the VP of content development at the Beer Baseball blog, Angelo Trinidad. How are you today? I love coming here. I can't believe it's episode 45.
45. I can't believe it. I feel like this was man. I just feel like we had a conversation about just this idea in general, and now episode 45. So it's crazy. I was just sharing with someone over the weekend that I've had. This is technically 46 with the pilot episode, but I've had 45 different craft beers in the last 45 weeks, which is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Nice. And so when you first started, where do you think that you were in your craft beer journey? I mean, were you like a novice? I mean, did you have any knowledge of it? And where do you think you are now?
Yeah, so I would definitely say, at novice level, because I was aware of craft, beer, and I've been to breweries before. But anytime I would go to a brewery, it's like, all right, what's your lightest beer? All right, when we went to Noble, remember, what's the lightest beer? And you said, oh, their light beer here is actually really good. Yeah. And I had that. But now I feel it's a lot, I feel like I'm a lot more pickier with my flavors and my tastes. We have a local brewery here in Aliso, Stadium Brewing Co. And I went, about a month ago with my wife and tried two really good IPAs that I was looking forward to having when I went there last week, but they have a rotating 62 beers on tap. And so I tried two different ones. One of them, which I believe you had not too long ago, the El Segundo Mayberry IPA.
Yep.
And I can't remember with the brewing co, but I had the Little Juicy. And it was a juicy, hazy IPA. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I don't think I would have been adventurous enough to try stuff like that, prior to, getting my teaching and learning here on the Beer Baseball blog. So definitely my taste buds have expanded. My IBU tolerance has expanded for sure. And I'm getting a little bit more adventurous. So
that's awesome. And that's everything that, Kevin and I, when we started this, we were already doing it. We were just like, oh, well, let's try this. And we got so excited about it. And then to share it and then have other people go on this journey with us is pretty cool. Speaking of which, what are you drinking tonight? Angelo Trinidad, why don't you start it out?
All right. So speaking of light beers, I'm drinking another lighter ale tonight from Fort Point Beer Company in out of San Francisco, California. This is the KSA. So this is a Kolsch. Is that how I say it? Kolsch
I
style
believe
ale.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Kolsch style ale. However, there's a little bit of American malt infused into it. So it's kind of described as the best of both worlds with an American style malt and a German Kolsch. So definitely, this one is on the lighter side, 4.6 ABV with a 17 IBU. So Michael, cheers to 45.
All right, right on it. And yeah, I like 4 Point a lot. They're out of San Francisco, I believe.
Yep. Yep.
And everything I've had from them has been really good. I really like their packaging too. It's super clean and really nice. I don't have my beer next, but this was the beer that Kevin's gonna have. He's actually this is the Messenger from Three Weavers. Now, the reason why he actually changed his beer today because of the women's this brewery is owned by
International
it's owned by women. So right, and so he's going to make mention of this. So when he comes in, he can speak about this. But I'm going to go with the Conserve and Protect Golden Ale. This is from Mother Road Brewing in Flagstaff, Arizona. I got this from my buddy Kevin Ziegler. He sent this out to me. There it is. The cans are on there, but it's a gold. It says it's a golden ale, but actually, from what I'm reading, it's a Kolsch style ale. And it has an interesting taste to it because it tastes like, it tastes like a blonde ale or what's considered a golden ale, but it's as deep champagne in color. It's orchard-like aromas, subtle pear and lemon flavors, and kind of a mild biscuit malt to it. And it's really light. It reminds me of like. A total like Arizona beer, if there's such a thing. I can totally have the taste for that now. So like you were talking about how your palate's actually like kind of getting sophisticated, where you can actually taste different things and different levels of beer. I actually can taste the region now, which is actually pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It smells like there's a lot of like German hops to it. And yeah, it's really good and really light tasting, and actually very interesting. So when I saw the name Conserve and Protect, I bet this is a beer that they're going to use for raising funds. They've been doing that a lot lately, and it says here for every can of Conserve and Protect sold, Mother Road Brewing donates a portion of proceeds to the Arizona Game and Fish Department. So, there's so many cool things. And that's one thing that I love about kind of the brewery community is they're very supportive of not only the industry, but also causes. So this is another example of that. There's actually a place in Arizona. It's actually run by veterans, and they do like all ciders, and they do a lot of stuff for veterans of Arizona and beyond. So super cool. So check this one out. This Mother Road Brewing out of Flagstaff, Arizona. Flagstaff, if you're not familiar, is very close to like the Grand Canyon. So thank you to Kevin Ziegler for sending me that. I actually have some other Arizona beers that I'm going to debut as well on here. I don't know about debut because I might have had them before, but I'll definitely get creative. So hopefully Kevin will come in and he can talk about his beers. Before we go in, I just wanted to make mention of everybody in the comments. Thank you, Bubble Pug, for joining. Daily Sports Talk, thank you so much. Cowboy Jack Durango.
There he is.
Yeah. And Cowboy Jack Durango, you're the VP of my heart. Wow. That's the love. Yes. Feel the love. Speaking of which, show the shirt that you have.
So this is the Baseballism Ken Griffey Jr. collection, the kid. So the iconic bubble gum that he chewed on the field, and on the back I break my back trying to show it, but it says your favorite player's favorite player, and then I'm rocking the Seattle Mariners hat with that, and then I have the other Ken Griffey shirt I purchased for next week.
Very nice. And speaking of the kid, rookie numbers kid, as far as your beers go, got to pump those numbers up. Yeah. David, thank you for joining.
David, also David, private message us with your mailing address. So we got something for you, and you'll find out on Saturday what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. That's interesting. Yeah, well, we definitely would love to talk some beer with you soon. So yeah, reach out to us. We'll definitely be on it. Yes. Who else is out there? Daily Sports Talk. There you go. Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's get into it. Let's go to this day in baseball history for March 9th. Not as many things as you expect, but we have some fun banter here. So March 9th, 1897, the Cleveland Spiders sign Penobscot Indian Louis Sockalexis. Now, that's a mouthful, right? So I'm actually going to put that. It's Penobscot Indian Louis Sockalexis. Although the former Holy Cross star only plays 3 seasons due to alcoholism, the fans admire his outstanding skills and refer to the team as the Indians in 1915, and the name will become official. Very interesting that this man is the reason why the Cleveland Indians are known as the Cleveland Indians. It was actually a nickname of theirs while they were the Spiders. But everywhere he went, he was the center of attention, much like Jackie Robinson, right? When Cleveland played Brooklyn in June of 1897, 17,000 people jammed their way into the ballpark designed for 12,000. Sock, as he was called by his Cleveland teammates, was such a presence that newspapers dropped the informal name Spiders and substituted Indians. So there was a really interesting story that I found that was in Sports Illustrated that documented a lot of this. And unlike white players in the 1890s who could barely read, Sockalexis was actually well educated at Holy Cross University and Notre Dame, spoke fluent English, French, and his native Penobscot language. But like we were talking about Jackie Robinson, he was deluged with racial abuse. His career collapsed because of alcohol and injuries. He returned to Maine to umpire baseball games and work in a lumber mill before dying of a heart attack at age 42. Unfortunately, ironic because that was Jackie Robinson's number, right? So it's a very interesting story. So like, and now of course, Indians is pardon the pun here. It's on the chopping block. I don't think it's going to be much longer before that name is taken away. But it's not a derogatory term, but actually a complimentary term, but did not age 100 years here. So very, very interesting. Did you learn a lot there, Angelo?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you kind of you mentioned it briefly. Like it's likely that the Cleveland Indians name is not going to carry on, and it's definitely not derogatory. And I think we kind of saw that with the Redskins changing their name prior to this past football season. But there's so many more things associated to the Cleveland Indians name. I mean, quite honestly, the first thing I think about when I hear Cleveland Indians isn't even the major league team, but the major league series of movies, right?
Yeah.
So that it's forever going to live in infamy through those movies. But in today's age and today's society, maybe changing the name is the right thing to do. What's that name going to be? So.
I've seen a lot of, when I was researching this, there was a lot of people that put out the Spiders logo again to have them go back to the Spiders. It was super, actually there was very, they were great designs of it as well. But, Spiders is not very marketable, but still kind of cool. And speaking of marketable, we actually have a discussion about another team in a few stories here, which is, it's kind of interesting that Spiders, I mentioned, is not very marketable. So March 9th, 1922, Rogers Hornsby, coveted by John McGraw of the Giants, signs a 3-year contract with the Cardinals owner Sam Breeden. The 25-year-old second baseman, who will hit .404 over 3 years of the deal, agrees to a salary of $18,500 per season, making him the highest paid player in National League history. Now, Angelo, adjusted for inflation, that works out to $286,000 per season today, if that were signed today. So
I'll take that contract.
Yeah, for real.
I'll take the $18,000 contract to play baseball. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but see, this is the whole negotiating thing. You're not supposed to let ownership know that you would play for nothing. That's negotiation tactic number 1. All right, this is fun. And actually, boy, I didn't not even hear it, but Kevin Lyon is in the house. Thank goodness.
I'm sitting here waiting for like 3 or 4 minutes. I hear something about aging 100 years, and I see this Native American fella, and I'm like, "Oh, here I come!" And I'm like, "No, am I just gonna sit backstage?" Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you here, Kevin. Well, before I get to it, did you want to show us your beer?
Oh yeah, because I do watch the show while I'm driving home here. So I changed this up because I happen to have one of these in my fridge. This is by Three Weavers. They're based out of Inglewood. And I heard you mention it. Yesterday was International Women's Day, and it's Women's History Month. And there's the part of the ownership is actually a woman. And I don't know if the person still is, but they actually had a female brewmaster as well that they hired, I believe, in 2019. And I think that's the only one in the LA County area that had a female brewmaster. So this is a Sunny IPA that's 7.3%.
Ooh, let's go.
I think I've had this before, and I never heard it referred to as a Sunny. But if you get a look there, you can kind of see it's.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice and Sunny IPA.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just
awesome.
Quick description. The Messenger is an ode to Southern California citrus. We combine locally grown yuzu, so that's actually more of a Japanese citrus, and Buddha's hand citron with a healthy hopping Citra, El Dorado, and Sabro to create a beer that is bright, sunny, and sure to deliver. And I do like their slogan because they really try to tie into the community, and it says it's more than beer, it's community. And Inglewood, you don't really think of that being where you'll find a brewery, but they've been open for several years now, as far as I recall.
Yeah, they've done really well. And actually, I think there's one. I think it's Mother Earth Brewing. They might be run by women.
Okay.
If not, it's just a great one to look up. Mother Earth. I'm actually
that
drinking a
one's
Mother
down,
Road, not to be confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm actually glad you're here for this one because this is awesome, Kevin. This is one that I definitely want you to participate in. You and Angelo to participate in. All right. So let's go back to Saturday, October 23rd, 1993. This is Game 6 of the 1993 World Series. Most would know it's Joe Carter's famous 3-run homer that wins the game in the series for the Blue Jays. All right?
Yes.
So let's flash forward.
Uh-oh.
4 months later, on March 9th, 1994, during spring training. Mitch Williams lives up to the Wild Thing moniker. When he hits John Kruk in the groin by an errant pickoff throw that breaks his protective cup.
Oh my God.
Wow.
In a miraculous discovery, Kruk is diagnosed with testicular cancer.
Right. Yep.
The Phillies' first baseman outfielder will make a full recovery after surgery. Now, yes, Mitch Williams gives up that homer. Kurt Schilling hated him because he was a teammate of his that year. Actually hated that he was nicknamed the Wild Thing. He goes and actually blew games that he pitched in. Was very vocal about that. But John Kruk actually credits Mitch Williams. He says, if that didn't happen, I might have died from testicular cancer. And it took that incident, and he actually credits it for diagnosing that.
Wow.
Is that crazy or what?
That's
Have you heard of that, Angelo?
I didn't know about the breaking the protective cup story. So that's really cool because he's absolutely right. I mean, probably the next time that would have been checked would have been his next physical exam, which who knows how far down the line that would have been. So yeah, that all happened for a reason.
Yeah, crazy, like something like that actually saved the guy's life, which is absolutely unreal. Did you know that, Kevin? Did you know that story?
Yeah, I was trying to remember because I remember when you told me, I remember I just hadn't heard the story in so long. I was like, I remember he had testicular cancer, but I forgot that's how they found it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, totally.
It's a crazy story, but
yeah,
obviously it worked out great in the end, at least for John. I mean, it didn't sound like it worked out great for John Kruk, but it did.
Well, and interestingly enough, they both became baseball broadcasters. Kruk with ESPN and Mitch Williams with Major League Baseball Network.
Good for them.
Yeah. March 9th, 1995, at the owners' meeting in West Palm Beach, Florida, the major leagues add their 13th and 14th expansion teams, officially granting franchises to Phoenix and Tampa Bay by a unanimous vote of 28-0. The new cities selected over municipalities that included bids from Orlando and 2 groups from Washington, D.C. I forgot there was 2 groups actually trying to get D.C. baseball. Will be assigned leagues in January of 1997. Now, here's some interesting Rays trivia. Tampa Bay's new expansion team will be known as the Devil Rays, a name that will prove unpopular due to its unchristian reference after being selected from more than 7,000 entries submitted by the public. The club's owner, Vince Namioli, had preferred the team be called the Stingrays, but he refused to pay the $35,000 needed to buy the trademark from a club in the Hawaiian Winter League who owned the rights to the nickname. So,
Wow.
As if it got more complex, the Devil Rays could have been the Stingrays. Now, we were talking before about marketing the Cleveland Spiders. Can you imagine marketing the Tampa Bay Stingrays?
I can make a Steve Irwin joke, but I don't know if I want to do that right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so much negative connotation to the whole thing.
Too soon.
But I did like the Chicago Sting of the North American Soccer League. I always thought that was a great. But I think
of course you did.
That was more based, I think, on the movie The Sting. But they used like the bumblebee and stuff like that. So interesting that.
But yeah, Diamondback's okay, even though it's technically, supposed to be a snake, and that they try to make it not look like a snake. You wouldn't even know it's a snake unless you really, if you just saw the logo, you wouldn't even think it,
And I'm glad you brought up the Arizona Diamondbacks. So let's go to them real quick. Now, Kevin, this is a 2-part question. I want you to identify. In my research, I found this amazing picture of the Diamondbacks uniform reveal in 1995.
Oh my God.
I want you to identify who is in this picture.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I know one person that's Paul Westphal is in that picture.
Paul Westphal is second from the right. The recently passed away Paul Westphal.
I was looking I recognize that guy, but I
Kevin Johnson on the
Kevin
right.
Johnson, former Sacramento mayor, right?
He was. I don't know if he still is, but he was.
Okay. Disgraced Sacramento mayor, by the way.
Oh man.
See the guy. Oh shoot. The guy in the white, the guy in the black shirt and the white cap. He looks familiar, but it's hard to tell from the profile.
Okay.
This is gonna drive me nuts. I can't figure any of these guys out. But at least he's on the right path because he was thinking the Phoenix Suns.
Okay, let me see if I can. I'll put it up. I'll put it up here like this.
Does
that help at all?
God, who is that other kid there? Gosh, who are these?
Is that
actually? It is not okay. So the hint here is They are all associated with the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
They all are associated with.
They
'cause
all
that's
are.
what I
Oh,
was like,
is that Jerry Colangelo?
It is
yeah,
Jerry
thank you. I couldn't remember
Colangelo,
his name. Thank you.
sometimes referred
So-
to as Jerry Colangelo.
That's not Marley next to him, is it?
It is not.
Danny
Okay.
Manning.
Danny Manning or D Manning is on
Ah.
the left.
There you go.
And
The other
who
guy's
is
Former
that?
killing me,
Kansas
'cause I'm like, I
Jayhawk.
know who that is, but I'm just
That's
trying
not
to
Dan.
think.
That's not Dan Marley. I know that.
okay.
Not Dan Marley. That
Well,
you're
it's,
shoot,
is
you're
it Steve
screaming
Kerr?
hot. No.
gosh.
No? Okay. I'm gonna name every white guy in hoops. If it's not Steve Kerr. I'm like, darn it, who else could it be?
And you haven't named the guy to the to the right of Paul Westphal. Not our right, his right.
Yeah, I know. That's the one that's actually bugging me the most because he looks really familiar.
All associated with the Phoenix Suns. Oh gosh.
This is like Michael's, wheelhouse right here.
It is actually.
He loves that he
So,
stumped me on this
90
one.
so
He loves
night-
that he
so-
stumped me on this.
This
The
is
95.
95
I
Phoenix
don't know
Suns.
why I was thinking Penny, but Penny was never
No.
on the.
Penny was on the
Penny was on the Suns, but not till
not till later.
late 90s.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh my God, this is killing me here. It's funny because it's like he doesn't. He looks like more of a basketball player because he has that lean, very lean build. You'd think he'd be like a second baseman or a shortstop, except he's pretty tall.
Yeah.
Gosh, when you
Okay.
say it, I'm gonna like kick myself.
Okay.
Go-
Go ahead.
Oh.
The other one, Danny Ainge.
That's who it was.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
And, hold
Because I'm
on.
like,
Okay.
I know who that is. I just can't remember his name. Very good.
Who's the other
Okay.
one though? Hold on.
Good job, Danny Ainge. Man, was he coaching by then, Michael?
No, he was still playing, dude.
Gosh,
No,
he's
he's
still
still
playing in
playing.
'96.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
gosh, he's playing forever.
He eventually became the Suns coach, and that was kind of an infamous story too. But
Oh my gosh, this is gonna kill me.
okay, so from left to right, D Manning,
Yep.
Jerry Colangelo, Danny Ainge, Wesley Person,
Got to. Okay. Thank you.
Paul
When you
Westphal,
said- Yeah.
and Kevin Johnson.
Very good.
Now I'm going to throw this out to you. Which one played in the major leagues? Which
I know
one
that
played in baseball?
I do know
Kevin
that
probably
one.
knows this. Angelo,
Yeah.
which one played professional baseball?
Jerry Colangelo.
Jerry Colangelo did not.
Okay.
It was Danny
Danny
Ainge.
Ainge. I was gonna say, you couldn't let me say Toronto Blue Jays because I do remember that.
That's
He played
right.
for the Blue
Toronto
Jays.
Blue Jays. He played from from 79 to 81. He actually made the Blue Jays still in college at BYU. He was selected in the 77 amateur draft by the Blue Jays. And are you ready for this? Actually, he played in 211 games, batting average of 220, 2 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Eventually left baseball in 81 to go to the Celtics. I played for the Kings, the Trailblazers, and eventually finished with the Phoenix Suns. But this was amazing to me as well, and I totally forgot about this. Danny Ainge actually at one time held the Blue Jays record for youngest Blue Jays player to hit a home run, broken by Vlad Jr.
Wow.
Wow. Very cool.
So there you go. So when I saw that picture, I'm just like, finally, I can use my Danny Ainge reference. So very, very, very cool, and a long way to go for just a small
Good job,
little.
Angelo. Naming those
Yeah,
sons. He killed me on that one.
Nicely done. Okay, March 9th, 2005, current and former big league players as well as baseball executives are issued subpoenas to appear on March 17th by the House Committee on Government Reform. The 11 invitees to the congressional hearing on steroid use include Sandy Alderson, Jose Canseco, Donald Fair, Jason Giambi, Rob Manfred, Mark McGuire, Rafael Palmeiro, Kurt Schilling, Sammy Sosa, Frank Thomas, and Kevin Towers. We could do a whole show on the circus that this was. You know,
I think we can do a whole show just on the look on Sosa's face. I mean, look at that. He's like kill Palmiro or something. Oh my
By the
God.
way, Sammy Sosa does not look like that anymore.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Rafael Palmeiro basically, he basically sealed his ticket never to get in the Hall of Fame, probably in this whole thing. Kurt Schilling still has that look on his face to this day.
Yeah.
This was and as I found out, I read more about this. This wasn't to indict anybody. It was just to learn more about it. In fact, a lot of people criticized it because it just became like, and in fact, a lot of people that were doing the investigations were getting like baseball signed by these guys and everything. It was seen as a big joke. So we should definitely have a talk about it sometime. It's pretty crazy.
Tell that to Palmiro. You know what I mean? That's not a joke to him. I mean, they pretty much knew he was lying, and now he had Hall of Fame numbers, and he's probably never going to get in.
Yeah, and he had that really famous statement. He pointed his finger at them. I did not do steroids, and then like it came out later that yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. He roasted that gambling too. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Speaking of PEDs, let's
PEDs.
end with.
I thought he said PD. Oh, hey! Oh, look at that guy.
Let's end with this guy. March 9th, 2009, Alex Rodriguez undergoes an 80-minute arthroscopic surgical procedure to repair torn cartilage in his right hip. The Yankees third baseman, who will need a more extensive operation in the offseason, expects to return to the lineup in May of that year. Here's some exclusive footage of A-Rod rehabilitating his injury. And here how his hip eventually healed. Goofing on A-Rod will never get old, and I can't wait to use this again sometime soon.
There you go. I was gonna say, like, was it shots of the hip that messed up his hip? I mean, who knows?
So before we move on to the next seg, and this is not in the run sheet of today's show, but going back to the topic of expansion teams. If the MLB decided to implement 2 new expansion teams, what are the 2 cities you'd want to see expansion teams in?
I would say, Charlotte always gets a lot of attention. Portland does too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Kevin?
Nashville
Is a great one.
Nashville's one that really wants it. They just built AAA stadium in the last like 5 or 6 years, and I went there. It's really, really nice, right there in downtown. So I imagine they could build something bigger. I would assume somewhere in that area.
Yeah, those would be two.
I don't know on Portland though. I don't know on Portland honestly because they haven't had a baseball team there in a really long time. Like Portland Pickles, it's like. It's not even pro really, is it? It's like instructional.
No, it's totally independent. But
yeah,
I'm super surprised at whenever they bring it up. Like I was as surprised as you that it even gets consideration, even because of the weather alone.
Well, let's see right here. This is the closest team to Portland, and to get there, it's like about if you don't have a car, like because this is what I did. You could take the subway, a train from Portland. It's like 20 minutes or so south of town, and they have shuttles that'll take you from the train station to the stadium. Anyway, I went to the stadium on opening weekend. There's like, it wasn't even sold out. It was maybe like 2,500, 3,000 or so. And I'm like, I don't think there's enough of a community to support this. Yeah, but then again, baseball has a store in Portland. So obviously there's got to be a baseball market there.
Yeah. What do you think, Angelo?
Yeah, I definitely think Portland is on my list because you got to look at the evolution of Portland Trailblazers basketball, right? Same thing. It was, it started out really slow, and then in the early 90s kind of boomed, especially the year that they made the finals against the Bulls. And now it's, it started to come to fruition again in the 2000s and into now. Geographically, I think Portland makes sense. If it's not, because I would definitely think it's one East Coast and one West Coast team was what they would implement. If it's not Portland, I would say Vegas.
I was just going to say Vegas as well. That's a great one.
Yeah, sure. and definitely East Coast, I would say Nashville would be the stop. I agree with you, Charlotte, for sure. But I think Nashville, because when you think about large market, I think Nashville would be the place where they could probably monetize it the best. And obviously, you can't go wrong with Vegas with the Raiders moving there, and the popularity of the Las Vegas Aviators in the minor leagues. So I think it would only be fitting that they build a major league stadium. And for a long time, Vegas, people were shying away from putting pro sports franchises in Vegas because of the conflict of interest it potentially would have with sports gambling. But it's clear now that the primary focus is how they can monetize a new team, and I don't think there's any better way to monetize it in Vegas. So.
And I'd say for the East Coast, the only other two really to look out for, because there's been talk of Montreal again, which I was kind of surprised about, but they had a team for a good, for decades, so that's possible. Another outlier, I don't know how much interest they would have, but Buffalo has been a AAA team forever and ever, and obviously they have NFL team and they have an AHL team, and if you ever go to their stadium, it's a massive AAA stadium. They could fit 15,000 people or so. So
that's where where the Blue Jays played last season, right?
Yeah,
they played some games.
Yeah. They play it before the season starts, right?
Yeah.
Another wild card here is I just had it in my head and not Durham. St. Paul. St. Paul now is a AAA affiliate, and their facilities is ready to go. Like they already have kind of major league facilities, so that could be a wild card too.
Do you think that MLB would be willing to put two teams like that close to each other? I mean, I guess the only exception would be the Mets and the Yankees, because we'll talk about Angels and Dodgers, but still,
they can't be any closer than the Mets and the Yankees would be.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm just saying, but do they think Minneapolis is that big of enough of a market where they can make enough money off two teams? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good.
Or we'd be splitting that market in half. That's the only thing I'm wondering.
I think that would be the bigger concern, is splitting the market in half.
Yeah,
which would be bad. Which would be bad for business. Yeah. And hey, 90% of the country probably think that the Angels and the Dodgers play as close as the Mets and the Yankees.
Yeah,
that's my buddy in Boston asked me that one time. He says, basically, is Anaheim like a suburb of Los Angeles? And I go, don't even.
If I live in Anaheim, I can tell you no.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy no.
Yeah,
without traffic. 35, 40 minutes at Dodger Stadium without traffic,
Yeah. Bubble Plug went to the St. Paul Saints. Yeah.
Right on.
The independent teams have some amazing facilities and sometimes better than minor league affiliates. All right, so let's get into baseball card pack wars. Let's do it. We're coming off. We had two shows where we just did it for the whole show. Now we're going back to the regular format. Here are the standings. Kevin dropping out of first place. Angelo is still in the hunt. You did really well during all those. So we have some good stuff. Here are the rules. You can pause that if you want. We'll walk you through it. Basically, hide card wins. Relic cards knocks out one. Autograph knocks out two. And we have a wild card on round 3. So we'll walk you through it.
And Jack knows to drink after every card, so we're good.
Yes, Cowboy Jack drinks after every card, and we only drink after Brewers. I'm sure we'll get our sips in. All right, so let's Angelo, why don't you go first?
All right, we're starting with let's switch it up and start with Stadium Club 92.
All right. Courtesy of our friend the Big Hurt, Alan Jepson out of Vancouver, BC.
Nice.
Waiting to hear from him because he got a package from Beer Baseball that arrived yesterday. Waiting to hear how he enjoys that stuff. Oh, yeah.
I'm still waiting on my Big Hurt t-shirt, Alan, just so you know. I won't hold my breath. Man, these cards are all over the place. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
All right, so we got there's 2 cards there. Kevin Morton. Yeah. I know this guy, Mike Messina.
I was gonna say, let's see how many players that you know, Angelo.
We got Kevin Gross.
Oh yeah, I remember him as a Dodger.
Todd Hundley.
Young Todd Hundley there.
Yeah.
We got a 1992 Stadium Club membership.
Woo,
That's
I
right.
still have not gotten one of those.
I'm gonna fill this out and send it in.
Yeah,
I-
why not?
I can't get one of those. Hopefully today's my lucky day.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. I got to read the details on what's included in that so I could try to send that in. We got the 1992 checklist,
Woo!
which actually is a card number, by the way, and
Nice.
you'll
Oh, wow.
we'll talk about that here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Mike Jeffcoat.
Wow.
We have Stan. Oh my gosh, Stan Royer.
Wow.
This is one of my favorite players growing up. Also, Terry Steinbach, catcher from
sure.
the base. Candy Maldonado,
Yeah.
also a name I definitely remember.
As a Blue Jay.
As
I
a
don't
Blue
even
Jay.
remember him on the Blue Jays.
And then we got Kevin Brown. Get your beers ready, brewer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot he was a brewer.
Yeah.
You should see that might be a rookie card. That's pretty early in his career.
Well, the problem is it's not.
Okay.
The problem is it's it only shows the stats from the previous season. It doesn't have the rest of the stats there.
Oh, well.
We got Bernard Gilkey.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I remember that guy. He was supposed to be a pretty good prospect, wasn't he?
That's right.
Michael?
He's a good player. Yeah, he's a pretty good player.
Shane Mack.
Oh, I never remember Shane Mack. Former Olympian.
Wow.
Kevin Reimer. And 2 more cards left. We got Ricky Bones.
Was that a brewer?
No, a Padre.
Pirates.
Okay. I couldn't
Padre.
tell. I remember that guy being, I thought, on the Brewers. That's why I wanted to check.
And then I got a second check.
Oh, my God.
Wow, second checklist. Nice. All right, Kevin, you're up.
Those might be kill cards. I fear the checklist in these old sets.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? All right.
Only one with 2.
I know. Uh-oh. That's double the trouble here. Yeah, I do see what he says because these cards are all over the place. Oh, and stuck together. I love it. All right. We're starting off here with the great Bob Scanlon.
Oh boy.
Here you go. You remember this guy? Look at that stash. Mike Lavalier.
That's right. Spanky.
Was that his nickname?
Spanky was his name.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah,
Look at him.
he
He was
Barry,
like Engelberg when he grew up from the Bad News Bears, you know?
I think so this is 92. Was that when Barry Bonds threw to Spanky Lavalier and they couldn't tag out Sid Bream? Right
Well,
now
not
they
in this
can't.
picture. That's a Martinez. I don't know.
Dave Martinez.
What?
Dave Martinez.
Because that looks like is that a
Expo.
Cardinals jersey
Expos.
or is that Expos? I couldn't tell by the color. Anyways, let's move on here because we don't want to keep everyone here all night. Whoa! I just dropped Brian McRae.
Watch those corners.
Oh yeah, because I know that this is work with me. I just put this in my bicycle when I get one. Brian McKay. We have Luis Rivera. Not Jose Luis Rivera. Luis Rivera. See, because I tell you, every single time, I do not get a membership card. I get this
Wow.
bars thing every pack so far. I'm not cool enough for your club. Terry Mulholland.
That's right.
Oh, here we go. T-Rex. Ken Herbeck.
Nice.
Rance Mullenix.
Yes. Great name.
Yes. We have Ken Daly.
Yeah.
From your St. Louis Cardinals, we got Ray Langford.
Yeah.
I enjoy this card here. Manuel Lee. You gotta love that. Like it's him just in action right there.
Wow. Nice pick.
Fun little card there. We have Greg Briley. Darren Lewis. I do not remember this guy being on the Reds, but Bill Doran. I always remember him as an Astro. Mark Portugal.
Wow.
And is this it? Yeah, Mike McFarland to close it out. No Brewers. Bummer.
Wow. These are such early 90s names. I mean, obviously this 92, but
It's definitely a who of baseball cards.
yeah.
Who?
All right, here we go.
Who? Good luck.
Curtis, or it's Kurt Wilkerson, but I think it's like Curtis Wilkerson.
I remember him being Curtis when
Yeah,
he
me
changed into
too.
Kurt as he grows older.
Oh, these are stuck together. Jerry Brown.
Governor Jerry Brown.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Governor Jerry Brown.
Spike
Miles
Owen.
Davis.
Wow.
That's a name that I remember from the
Oh my
the
goodness.
Expos. Felix Fermin.
Yeah.
The Indians. Yeah, with Rock Reigns right there sliding in the
Rock.
second.
So he is Rock Reigns. He wasn't Tim Reigns
Ha ha,
anymore.
Kevin. Ha ha.
Ah! I'm not cool enough for your club. I'm still not cool
This
enough.
whole thing is a brick. It's a brick.
You would think that'd be like a relic or something if you had a pack nowadays.
It
You know what I
really.
mean?
Tim Jones, not Tom Jones. Tim Jones. It's not unusual. Andy Allenson.
Ooh, what? Oh, the catcher. Okay, I vaguely remember him.
Yeah. Mike Henneman. I remember the name, but I would never recognize this guy.
Don't look for me to help you on this on some of these.
I know. Lee Lancaster.
Oh wow.
Tom.
Okay.
Tom Cotton Kenyatta.
Yeah. Whoa, and clean and looking clean
Scott
shaven
Erickson.
too.
I remember him being a good pitcher for the Scott Erickson for the Twins.
Yeah, he was solid. He was a solid pitcher for them.
Should be a Hall of Famer for the Cardinals. Lee Smith.
He's not.
He's
not a Hall of Famer. Seriously? Wow.
He is not Hall of
didn't know
Famer.
that.
Pat Kelly. At one time, like he was the one who like kind of like started making all the save stuff. Oh, here's a Hall of Famer, Edgar Martinez.
No, there you go.
That's a good one right there. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
To go with your
At least
Seattle
we got a Hall
team,
of Famer in this
Angelo.
box somewhere.
Jay Buhner. There's another name you know.
Yeah. There you go.
And from
You got the Mariners
Expos,
All-Stars.
Mark Gardner.
Mark.
All right.
Gardner. All right. Oh, we're done. All right.
Angelo.
All
What do you
right.
got?
So the first checklist card I got is the kill card, 300.
Whoa.
And
I was like, you're hitting at it.
And it even tells me so right there. Checklist
Oh, that's
card.
funny.
Boom.
What was the other checklist?
The other checklist
$2.98?
card was $2.99.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah,
When you said the
267
checklist,
is my
I'm like,
highest.
that's bad news. 283 for me. Manuel Lee.
I wonder
Nicely
if-
done. You're up, Angelo.
I wonder if Topps will send me something back when I send them this check for $29.95.
Hopefully I can get one so I can do the same thing.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, there was a story about someone who found an old
Yep.
redemption card and mailed it in, and he actually got something for it.
Yep.
All right, so 2021 Top Series 1.
All right.
We'll breeze through these. Wilson Contreras, Mitch Moreland, Mike Trout, Shane Bieber, Matthew Boyd. We got Malik Smith, Brandon Crawford, Chris Paddock, Steven Matz, Mark Kana. We have a Texas Rangers team card. We have Joey Wendell. We have Mets Star Celebrate, Get Up. And rounding it out with the Humberto Mejia rookie.
Nice. All right, Kevin.
All right. And we'll see somewhere I still have my either auto or relic, so we'll see what happens. Let's see if today's the day. All right. Starting it off with Michael Lorenzen, Tim Anderson. Oh, new Angel, Jose Quintana. Brian Goodwin, Gio Urshela, Francisco Meja, Kyle Seeger, Max Stassi. My 86 edition card is Xander Bogaerts. We got Marco Gonzalez, Wilson Ramos, 2020 World Series card of Clayton Kershaw, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. All right, we got Luis Robert to close it out.
Nice. Thank you, Jack. Actually, I got this hat from the Scottsdale Baseballism. So it was
right
actually
on.
for spring training. Is it right there?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Tyler Stevenson from the Reds. Actually blowing a bubble while
Ball
nicely
catching
done.
a
That's
fly.
pretty impressive.
That's
Yeah, that's
awesome.
pretty cool. Eddie Alvarez from the Marlins. Casey Mize, former #1 pick for the Tigers. Sixto Sanchez, another hot prospect from the Marlins. Luis Castillo, great young pitcher for the Reds. Cody Bellinger, Doyers. J.D. Davis for the Mets. Roman Quinn for the Phillies. Tommy Edman, Cardinals. The team card for the Atlanta Braves. Team card for the Minnesota Twins. The team card for the Colorado Rockies. Those are pretty hot
Wow.
cards, right? Brett Gardner, Yankees. I think all the the last cards have all been horizontal, and then Austin Meadows.
Wow, it's
Okay.
interesting. I'm the only one who got an insert out of those 3 packs.
Oh, really?
You should almost check and make sure you didn't get like a short print or anything. I mean, I don't know.
All right. So I got Brandon Crawford, and that's 315 out of 330.
Ooh, 315. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this was a bad pack, and my highest number is Francisco Mejia 248. Oof, not very good. Not very good one there.
All right. So I had a 314, which would have lost to Angelo,
But
my high card 326.
Mm.
The Eddie Alvarez. Got a win in there. Ooh. All right. So let's do our wild card.
we haven't done this in a few weeks. All right.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's go with keep it simple. American League.
Okay.
American League. All right, here we go. Okay, so I actually have the pro debut.
All right.
So we have to go with
yeah.
affiliates, right?
I'll be ready. Hang on. Let me get ready.
I
in case we
actually
need
have
it.
this as well. Oh, okay. Do you want to do it?
I'll have it ready for you.
Okay.
I usually have the
Thank-
Brewers one ready, but I can look anything up if you need it.
Okay.
Just let me know
So
the team.
first one's pretty easy. So we have Ryan Garcia, so Rangers.
So there you go.
So
There's
that's
one.
Alex Kirilloff, I believe that's Twins for the Pensacola Blue Wahoos.
Let's see. Let me confirm that for you. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm like, oh, this will be easy. No, it won't. I'm like, what league are they in? What league are they in? Oh, there we go. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos, you said?
Yeah.
I love it. Twins. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay. All right.
This is harder than I thought it was
This
going to be.
this one's easy. Marlins, Nasim Nunez. That is National League.
Yep.
Kane County Cougars. I don't even think
They're not a team anymore.
they're not a team anymore. So I guess it's
what were they?
that's they're disqualified because
You're not going to count it? Okay.
Nope, no longer a team.
Because they were D-backs, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Northwest Arkansas Naturals, Gabriel Cancel.
The Northwest Arkansas Naturals are the Royals. So good job.
The Royals. All right, nicely done. Tristan McKenzie from the Akron Rubber Ducks.
That would be the Indians.
Indians, there you go.
I know that one.
Joey Bart, that's Giants.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
I got
Cabrera.
it. It's Marlins.
Marlins?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 American League.
All right.
All right, so let's let Angelo go.
All right, let's see what we got. It's been a while since we've done this. All right, let's see. All right, so I have Heritage Minor League. So
I'm ready. I found the search engine, so I can find it pretty quick.
All right, so we have the Altoona Curve.
I want to say that is the Phillies, but let me confirm that. Yeah, Pirates actually, so doesn't matter.
Yep.
The Gwinnett Stripers.
That should be the Braves, if I remember right. Yes, yep. Braves.
I got Dylan Carlson from the
Cardinals.
Redbirds. So that's the Cardinals. Yep. I got the Lumber Kings, Clinton Lumber Kings.
I don't think they exist anymore.
No longer a team.
Exist.
It says Marlins there, but that doesn't count, so it doesn't count anyway.
Yeah.
I have the Columbus. I don't know who that is. The Columbus. It doesn't say on the back.
Probably the Columbus Clippers.
Oh, yep. Columbus Clippers. Yep.
So that should be. It's the Indians. So there you go.
Correct.
I'm so used to being the Yankees. There you go. Another one.
Another Columbus Clippers. So I got a pitching leaders card that has 3 teams on there. So would that count as 1 or 3, depending on what? All right. So I got the Biloxi Shuckers, the Montgomery Biscuits, and the Bowie Bay Sox.
First off, the Biloxi Shuckers is the Brewers.
Oh, let's go.
Good for us, bad for you.
Always good. What was the next one you said after Biloxi?
The Montgomery Biscuits and the Bowie Bay Sox.
The Montgomery Biscuits is the Rays. So there you go. And the last one was, I'm sorry, can you give it one more time?
Bowie Bay Sox, Bowie Bay Sox.
Yeah, I want to say that's the Orioles. Yeah, it's the Orioles.
Okay. So, but none of that matters because I have a redemption card.
Oh
my God.
Autograph variation of Tariq Skubal of the Erie Seawolves.
Wow, that's cool. Scratch off variation.
Woo!
Autograph. That's pretty cool.
And we've seen the scratch offs before, but I didn't know those had autographs.
Yeah,
I don't have any handy to show people what they look like.
And it's Skubal, so I'm excited about that.
Shoot, do I have any of these handy to show people? But I don't think I do.
This is my second redemption card in Heritage. So I got the Rod Carew Heritage redemption, and now I got it in the minor league.
So to give you an idea, Angelo, if you remember this, can you go to me real quick, Michael?
Yep.
So this is what it looks like. You see, and it has his name on it. I'm assuming this is where the autograph will be. And then you open up, and it's the scratch off to play to play the game there. And there's the little box score on the back. So you get an autograph one. Very nice.
Yeah,
Tariq open a pack of cards.
Tariq Skubal actually pitches for the Detroit Tigers. He actually played 2 days ago. He actually was born in Hayward, California.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's awesome.
Nicely done. So that is Baseball Card Pack Wars. Always fun. And And
Not for
I
Kevin.
almost shook my head, no.
Not for
I didn't get
Kevin.
my last bat.
I got 3
Kevin.
wins today. Let's go.
Right on. Okay.
Why'd
so
I come here? Why'd I come on today? I just, you know.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, people are loving that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's Mr. Redemption.
Yep.
The
New Hampshire Fisher Cats.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah,
Oh, I love it.
totally. Yeah, 10 minutes from my house.
Wow.
That's super cool.
That's great.
Okay, so let's.
Only 10 minutes for me is Angel Stadium. That's all I got.
That's true.
I'd love to have a minor league team that close. I would love to.
Yeah. Okay, so let's end off with baseball trivia. Let's test your knowledge. I actually have next week. I'm going to debut something kind of interesting, which I will not tell you now. But our trivia will actually get very interesting next week. So stick around for that. But we're going to do guess the year on this one. So we're going to do these starting lineups, and I want you to guess the year. So in the comments, please feel free to peruse and hone in on what year this is.
Wow, Bernard Gilkey. We pulled his card earlier today, and there he is.
That's it. That's
That's
right.
funny.
But no Ray Langford, so that might tell you something if you're a Cardinal fan.
Pretty ugly Cardinal team, Michael.
Oh, awful. Actually,
Wow.
funny because playing shortstop is a guy named Trip Cromer.
I never.
If
heard
you
of this
look
guy.
at a picture of Trip Cromer and you looked at a picture of a broom, you might not know the difference. These two guys, Trip Cromer was like this guy who was like 6'4" or 6'5" or something like that. He was like thin as a rail. And I remember when he actually played for the Dodgers, and Jack Buck came into the booth, and I think he was talking to Vin Scully or something like that. Jack Buck came in with all of these jokes, like when Trip Cromer took a shower, he actually has to hold his arms out so he doesn't fall down in the drain. Like he was totally like destroying him.
Wow.
It was so funny. Bob Tewksbury was a great Cardinals pitcher.
Great.
Yeah,
Wait. Did you say great?
Yeah, he was good. He's a really good pitcher for the Cardinals.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. You said great. I'm like, great means.
No Bob Gibson or anything, but a good one for the Cardinals.
Better than Larry Lugers.
Juan Samuel, the former Philly
player. Come on, you got Spuds batting cleanup. I mean, come on.
He's the only person in that lineup that I actually would remember.
How dare you? Hal Morris was a good first baseman.
Stop it. Good as Bob Tewksbury was a pitcher.
Seasons. Come on.
Yeah, Gerald Perry, the former Brave at first base.
Yep. Yeah, he was solid.
Todd Zeile. Todd Zeile, he was with the Mets after this, I believe.
I believe a former Olympian. If I remember right.
Oh yeah,
I think
your Olympic baseball.
I know.
That's impressive.
I can tell you most 84 and 88. I can probably tell you after that. I have no idea.
A little foreshadowing. We're going to talk some Olympic baseball right after this.
Oh, great. So for me, Angelo, do you have any idea on this, or you want me to just go for it?
I'm going to go with 1991. 90. I'm 1990.
90. Okay.
So the only reason I don't think it's 1990 is because the Reds actually won the World Series that year. And I'm like, that does not look like a team that won the World Series. And, because in 1990, did they sweep the A's? I think they actually swept them. Either swept them or won in
1990, they swept the A's. This was not the team that did it.
I'll tell you this lineup, why I don't think it is. Billy Hatcher's not in that lineup. Your World Series MVP. I don't see him in there.
Yeah.
But, gosh. But then again, I'm like, so Spuds debuted in 88. Chris Spud Sable was like the hottest thing in baseball in 1988. Gosh. So I'll go 89. I don't think it's like right at that people. I'll go 89. Although I have a feeling it might be a little later than that. That's all right.
Okay, so Angelo says 1990. Kevin
I'll go
says
89.
1989.
Yeah.
The Cowboy Jack Durango says 1967.
1967. I'm waiting for one.
Bubble Pug.
That's a long. That's a
That's a
long
good guess,
story
too.
career from Bernard Gilkey.
Yes. Bubble Pug with a 92. Soup.
That could be right.
Mr. Soup with 1992. Daily Sports Talk. This is very
93.
interesting. Went with 1993, then amended it to 1396.
Maybe 1996.
I will take the 1993 because it was first.
All right.
And the answer is, it is actually September
Oh, wow, it is
7th,
93.
1993. Daily Sports Talk. Hit it right on the
Very
head.
good.
Now, what is significant about this game, Kevin?
You're just saying like I should just automatically know this, and I'm like, there was
You'll know it. You'll know it after I say it.
Like there's no one really well known in that lineup.
Nope. But the man at the plate is Mark Whitten, who
Yeah.
hit 4 home runs that game.
All right, I vaguely remember that, but yeah,
Yeah. In a
So let me
15 to
ask you
2
this,
rout.
this is the real thing I was wondering about this question, and I didn't want to ask it when I gave it away. Was Ozzie Smith retired by then, or did he just happen to be off that day?
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
Okay,
He wasn't playing. That's why Trip Cromer was at
that's
at
what threw me
short.
off. I'm going,
Yeah.
when was this?
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking. I'm like, did he happen to have a day off, or was it later?
Yeah, because Ozzie Smith was out of there by 96. That's when Royce Clayton came in, and that's when
Right.
LaRussa came in.
Right.
That he
Okay.
started like transitioning
Mark Whitten,
Ozzie Smith
4
out.
home
Mark
runs.
Whitten.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll apologize to you about Bob Tewksbury because look at that, 16 wins.
16 and 8. I told you
16 and
he
8.
was actually very
Nowadays,
underrated.
you know how much money that guy would make going 16 and 8?
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah. And he reminded me a lot of John Tudor, just kind of that type of pitcher. All right, so let's get to number 2.
All right.
This is the starting lineups for the Angels versus Athletics. Yeah, so this is in your wheelhouse. I definitely know that you guys probably have some opinions about this, but I'll be very interested. And the game is not historical, but kind of an interesting ending, which I will actually show you how this game ended. And I remember watching this game on a Sunday afternoon.
Should we work together on this one? Because look, there's no Salmon, there's no Garrett Anderson, Sean Figgins. So this tells me it's mid 2000s.
I'm gonna go with.
How do you agree with me on that?
I'm gonna go with 2007.
Okay. I'm thinking a little earlier. I'll go 2005.
Ooh, 2005. What do we got in the comments?
But I won't be surprised if Angela's
I'm
right.
going.
Oh, hang on.
I'm going 7. I'm going 7 based on the A's line. I'm not necessarily the Angels line.
Oh, okay.
Bubble Pug with 2005.
Who in there made you think 2007 for the A's lineup?
Kotze,
Okay.
Kendall, and Swisher, actually.
Okay.
Got some good guesses in here.
Well, I mean, obviously Cowboy Jack got it, so let's just cut the show and go home.
Let's
unplug him out of here. I'm waiting for the one day where he just gets it right, and everyone's gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah. Joe Blanton, who actually had a longer career than I think that anybody
Well, he was an
remembers.
Angel too.
Yeah.
I don't even remember Paul. I forgot Paul Bird was even an Angel, but I remember Joe Blanton on the Angels.
Now, am I wrong? Mark Ellis, is that the same Mark Ellis that was the catcher for the Dodgers for like Clayton Kershaw?
No, you're thinking AJ Ellis.
AJ Ellis.
AJ Ellis. Okay.
AJ
okay.
Ellis. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Hell of a guy. Hell of a guy.
Nick Swisher.
Okay.
Swishalicious.
Good old Bobby Crosby.
Yeah.
The Jason Kendall thing, you know what? I can see why you not think it's a little later because I forgot he was with the A's too. Because I always think of him just being on the Pirates.
Yeah.
The rare time when there'd be a speedy catcher, like a catcher leading off, is like insane to think about.
Yeah, and Kendall played for like the Pirates, and I remember the only game I saw the Nationals. The Nationals played the Royals, and Kendall was the catcher for the Royals. And
It's interesting because you think maybe you'd want to use him as DH to save that speed, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah, very interesting lineup to say the least. So okay, so we have Angelo with a guess of 2007, Kevin with a guess of 2005. Well, Bubble Pug again, August 11th, 2005. Now,
me too. Hey, me too.
And Kevin Lyon got it too.
Thank you. I was like, thank you.
Thank you. Let me show you how this game actually ended.
2 outs. Oh, Scott Shields got the loss. What the?
This is how this game ended. The catcher threw the ball back to the pitcher, K-Rod, and he did not catch it, and the man from third.
Oh my gosh.
And I never have even heard of something like this happening.
And that's crazy because did you hear me say that Scott Shields was a losing pitcher?
Yeah.
You know, think of that guy. He lost. Yeah. He gets a loss of his record because of this. Something that was completely not his fault. Wow.
There's the game.
Oh my God. And who was the catcher again for the Angels that day?
Molina.
Well, jeez. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow. K-Rod. Come on, K-Rod. You're like crazy? A hero a few years before that.
So that is baseball trivia. Great job by everyone out there. Bubble Pug. Big brain power right there. Nice job, Kevin.
Thank you, Bubble Pug. Good job.
Great minds think alike. All right, so let's let me get rid of that. Yep. Let me bear with me for a second. All right. So unfortunately, the person that we're dedicating this show to is a former Cardinal pitcher here with the Phillies, Rael Cormier, who's, when these people pass away, it's actually kind of, he's only like 2 years older than I am. And are you familiar with Rael Cormier at all?
I didn't even know he passed away. I just got shocked. I'm like, yeah, I very much remember the name. I didn't get to see him that much because, I'm more or less an American League. But I definitely remember getting cards of him going up. Like, wow.
Yeah, he's actually pretty under the radar.
Yeah.
Played for the Cardinals, 91 through 94. Red Sox, Expos for a couple years. Went back to the Red Sox. Played for the Phillies, as you see here, for 5 years. Eventually ended up with the Reds for 2 years. Actually had a win-loss record of 71-64, a 4 ERA, 760 strikeouts. Now, this is the interesting part of this, because I remember him starting with the Cardinals, and he actually did pretty well at the beginning of the 90s. Member of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
Played in the Olympics in 1988 and 2008.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Wow. 41 years old. Wow.
Yep. And I thought that was pretty awesome. And I totally forgotten about, these players. And when we go through these like 92 cards, we see these names and we don't know what happens to them. And then to see him, unfortunately, he had passed away a couple days ago. I was wondering, this has always been like one of those baseball names to me. Rael Cormier, such an awesome name. I wish he played for the Expos at some point.
Yeah.
He did. I'm sorry, he did play for the Expos.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you did mention that he did.
So such a French Canadian name for and that's cool that he got to play. It'd be awesome if he played for Toronto as well. But yeah, rest in peace. Definitely.
And nicknamed Frenchie, by the way.
Frenchie. Well, I hope that wasn't derogatory.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just reading. I'm just looking for something here right now. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he played both sides of the Phillies, so that's probably a thing. The Phillies like, hey, Frenchie, like, oh, poor guy.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Soup says looks like you look like him.
My French Canadian features.
There you go.
Old Frenchie Lyon over there.
Oh, Frenchie. Lyon Euster, Lyon is a town in
Frenchie
France.
Lyon. Frenchie Lyon. Nicely done. But rest in peace to Real Cormier. Sad to see his passing.
Real Cormier.
So that's the show we had for you today. Please, as always, if you like what we're doing, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. We're trying to come up with some interesting stuff for our Patreon supporters, get them involved with the show in whatever way we can. The more supporters, it's going to make us hard because we're actually gonna get some stuff together. I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm waiting to unleash as soon as we have enough Patreon supporters. You can simply support us by going to our Etsy store, checking us out at Beer Baseball on Etsy. Buy some of our little things. Actually, the Big Teach 45 reached out and got some stuff. Thank you for supporting us. And as always, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. If you just go and subscribe and it helps us out and like everything that we do, even if you don't like it. It helps us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And tell a friend. We super appreciate you every single week, and it's been great. Angelo, do you have anything that you would like to promote?
Yeah, hey, thank you guys so much for the support and tuning in to Beer and Break with Angelo every Saturday, premiering on YouTube right here on the Beer Baseball YouTube channel, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time each and every Saturday. We got some fun stuff coming up in the pipe. You can also catch, I'm doing some unboxing and opening content on my personal Facebook page, facebook.com/Angelo Trinidad Music. I'm doing Monday Night Rip. So I'm ripping some random product on Monday nights and also potentially some mail that I may have received within the days leading up to that. I'm getting ready to launch either a Throwback Thursday or Flashback Friday rip where I'm going to be opening some vintage packs, 2000 and older. So be on the lookout for that soon. And when you can't find me here doing Beer Baseball breaks or on the blogcast, you can find me on the Twitch stream, Big Teach 45. So twitch.tv/Big Teach 45, playing Call of Duty Warzone every weekday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to be doing another special Wifey Warzone event. So Wifey Warzone 2, where my wife, Big Teach's wife, and Mark DeRegolo's wife are going to be playing Call of Duty Warzone trios this Sunday night. So stay tuned to all the social media outlets for all information.
Right on. Kevin.
I'm for myself. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LockNLoll. That's LOKNLOLL. Or wherever you are, if you like beer, look up your local brewery, give them some support. We want them to stick around. And if you like your baseball team, look up the minor league teams. We want them to get some money and keep them around because we unfortunately lost a lot of minor league teams already. Hopefully we don't lose any more in the future. And I heard Michael mention it earlier, if you're watching on YouTube, find the Amazon affiliate link for the Beer Baseball blog. Bookmark it. Whenever you shop on Amazon, doesn't cost you anything extra. And we'll kick back to come to the blog. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, the minor leagues actually had their season pushed back a month.
Yeah.
So it's like it's unfortunate that they
Inland Empire, May 4th is opening night. I don't know if I'm
well,
yet, but
who knows?
Yeah, I know
the Beer Baseball blog there. So let's hope for the best. So thank you so much. We'll see you here next week, next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We love you, and we will see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Cheers,
Take
everybody.
care.